What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV and welcome back to another Tottenham update, as we've got a few bits and pieces to talk about, some regurgitated news, but let's get into it anyway. First one we're going to talk about is Kyle Walker-Peters, as Ben Jacobs, journalist, says that Tottenham are exploring the possibility of re-signing Southampton fullback Kyle Walker-Peters. I mean, this kind of news has been doing the rounds over the past, I would say, 4 or 5 days. How likely do you think this one happens?
I think it's unlikely, but considering if we're mulling over a 15 or 20 million deal for Spence, why would we go and splash out 30 for Walker-Peters? That doesn't make too much sense unless we're so sure that Walker-Peters is the better option. Look, for one, I said I wouldn't mind Walker-Peters too much. I do think we need better than him, but right now I do think he could do a good job for us. I think he can cover both wing backs, and I think he's improved really well at Southampton. So I think he goes a bit under the radar to how good he actually has become. But still, is he good enough to be where we want to be? If we want to be challenging for titles and stuff, I do think he's a good versatile option and probably a good option as a backup. But do we want him to be starting every game, which he would be if we signed him? But I don't know. I don't want him as my first choice. But if we were to get rid of Emerson and Doherty and get in Walker-Peters and another one, I mean, I wouldn't be too against it.
You would be against it if it was Walker-Peters and Spence, though?
I don't know. I think there's 2 upgrades.
You think it's 2 upgrades?
Yeah, battling out for each other. You got to remember, everyone talks about his right wing position, and everyone says, "Yeah, we need better," which is true. But you got to remember, the rest of the team is very experienced. You know, so maybe if you do have one position where it's just a younger player, maybe it's fine.
I don't mind it if that player coming in is Spence. I would just like someone more experienced along with Spence. So I think that Spence and Doherty would be good for me. I think that represents good balance going into the season. Kyle Walker-Peters, I just don't know. I mean, we sold him a few years ago. Yes, he has improved at Southampton, but I just don't know if he's of the required quality long term as well.
I think to be backup he is.
If we're going to be signing Kyle Walker-Peters and he's going to end up being backup here, is he not going to want to move on again in the next year or two? Because he wants first team football and he's getting first team football at Southampton for the most part. So I don't see why he would come back to Spurs just to be a backup.
I don't think we would sign him to be a backup. But I think I would like him as backup. I wouldn't want him as first choice.
Yeah, but ultimately he'll end up being a backup.
I think if we sign him now, he would be first choice. Which I mean, I still think he's better than what we have. I really believe that. I think he's better than Emerson and Doherty right now. So am I going to be disappointed with us upgrading? But it's not enough of an upgrade. I don't know. It's an interesting one. But I still think he's good.
Look, I don't doubt that, and I think he's good as well. But I just feel like this signing, yeah, fine. He might come in as a first choice, but I think later down the line, like a year down the line, he's probably going to look for a move again, and we'll look to upgrade him again. Yeah. So why not just make the ultimate upgrade right now? Yeah,
we should. But ultimately, it doesn't look like we're going to do that, does it? Right wing back.
Yeah, it's frustrating because, they said at the beginning of the window, left centre-back and right wing-back were our 2 priority positions. And it doesn't look like that, does it?
No, that's not how it feels. But it seems like those are the 2, for some reason, the 2 toughest positions to get our first choice targets. Although, in terms of right wing back, it seems as though Spence is our first choice target.
Yeah, it does seem like that way. So get him over the line then if he's our first choice. But let's move on. Let's talk about Jules Kounde now, which is an interesting one. Obviously, he was heavily linked to Chelsea, but it looks as though they are moving on from him, as there looks to be signing Koulibaly, Kimpembe and Ake as well. The Mirror saying that Tottenham have joined the race to sign Sevilla defender Jules Kounde, but face competition from PSG. But Ali Gold does what Ali Gold does, and he's poured cold water all over these rumours, and he says no truth in Tottenham links to Jules Kounde. No ins or outs are close to happening right now at Tottenham Hotspur. And I think Kounde, I know he predominantly will play on the right-hand side, which is Romero's position, but I think he's very versatile, could potentially play in the centre and could potentially play as a right wing-back as well.
I think he's class. I think he's been brilliant for Sevilla. He has been predominantly, I think they play with a back 4, so it would be a bit of
the right of a back 4.
Yeah, so it would be a bit of a new position. Could play in the centre, but how we want our central defender to play, like Kounde is brilliant. He's very physical. He's got lots of lots of pace, really aggressive. Is he the best ball player in terms of passing and stuff like that? I don't know. So maybe that's why we'll be hesitant potentially to join the race. What, long range passing and stuff like that? I don't know.
Because I was looking into him last night, FB ref and the whole works, and his the whole works last night, and I saw that his ball playing ability is quite strong.
So maybe if that's the case, then there's no reason we shouldn't be going for him because we have money.
And also on top of that, he's covered at right back, albeit mostly at a full back, not a wing back.
But I don't think you want him a wing back.
But he's got speed, he's got good delivery, so why not?
I don't think you want him a wing back.
For what reason?
Because of what? He's a centre back. You don't want him going forward and crossing the ball in.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he's got attributes that suit really well for a right back. So I think he could actually do well at right wing back.
I don't know. I haven't seen him cross the ball much. I don't know. It's like saying Dyer's really good at crossing, so he could play at wing back. You know what I mean?
It's not though, because Kounde has got pace beyond pace. Dyer doesn't really have that.
He's got pace for a centre back. Does he have pace for a wing back?
Yeah, that's a good point. But
again,
what I was reading about him is that he's got supreme pace, is what I was reading. I mean, I haven't seen him too many times, so it's hard for me to judge properly from the eye test. But from the stats and from what I was reading last night, apparently he's got unbelievable pace. He's got good ball playing ability. He can cross the ball really well. And when he does play at right back for Sevilla or even for France, he puts in a really good shift there.
I don't know. Maybe you have a point. I think his primary position is centre back.
It is his
I don't think we would sign him to play him at wing back. It doesn't make much sense to me, especially what Conte needs from a wing back. I don't know.
All right, let's move on to Japhet Tanganga, as Marco Conterio says that AC Milan are going strong for Japhet Tanganga, but Newcastle have entered the race. Eddie Howe's team had offered a loan with an obligation to buy, which Tottenham like. So this is an interesting one. It'll be nice to get a bit of a bidding war between AC Milan and Newcastle, that's for sure. And once Newcastle are a little interested, you might be able to get some proper money.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely licking the lips of Daniel Levy once he hears the name Newcastle, that's for sure. I don't think it's quite like FM where we just say 50 million, they go, yeah, right. But doesn't hurt with Newcastle being involved with it, that's for sure. Although they haven't been massive spenders so far. No. Maybe they're biding their time to get the right deals. So,
but they have brought in some talented players, Sven Botman, Nick Pope. Good players.
No, I'm not saying bad. I'm just saying they haven't gone splashing the cash like everyone has suggested they would just yet. Anyway. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, I think at the moment it's best if he moves on. Probably, I would like a loan, but I mean, I can understand right at this point, he's been in and out of the team for so long. Like, is it worth him going out on loan? He might as well go for a permanent and get settled somewhere. We can really push on with his career, because I feel like as long as he's tied to Tottenham, he'll always kind of want to come back, and then he'll come back and he won't get in the first team again, and then the cycle starts. So I think it's better it is permanent, and it'll be either move will be good for him, I think.
If Tanganga can put his injury problems beside him, you never know what a year loan with week in, week out football can do to the guy and how much it can bring him on. And you never know, he can come back and he could be the defender that can fight for a spot in the first team.
Potentially, but if I was him, I wouldn't risk it. I would just, when did he first break into the team? 2019. It's been 3 years since that moment. He's now 22 or 23. Like, he's at a stage of his career, he needs to really start pushing on now. And I think even if he did go on loan and smash it and then came out to Tottenham, he's still not guaranteed, because we have Romero in that position. That's his favourite position. So even then, he's still not guaranteed. So I think it's better for him to get settled somewhere else and then really push on in his career. And it's hard because he's a Canary product, and I think he's a good player. But I just think that's the circumstance right now.
Yeah.
Unless he's prepared to battle it out for Romero in the long term. Yeah.
And then they're not too dissimilar in age as well, which is an interesting one. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to disagree with that, to be honest. But from a selfish point of view, I'd probably like to see him just go out on loan, get the minutes, and then come back and fight for that spot. But, when you're looking at it from his perspective, you're probably right. But let's talk about Troy Parrot now. And Ali Gold has given us the Troy Parrot plan. And it's nothing new, to be honest, as we've brought you this before. But the Troy Parrot plan is to spend another season out on loan before returning to really challenging for a place in the first team squad for the 23-24 season. And that Parrot plan is shared by Tottenham as well. So I think it's good that we're thinking of Troy Parrot in our plans, because cast your mind a year back, he wasn't really in our plans anymore. And
there was rumours, wasn't there?
There was rumours that we were just gonna cut our losses and get him gone, and his headspace wasn't in the right areas and stuff like that. But now it seems like he really has knuckled down. He's providing positively for the loan that he had last year at MK Dons. It looks like that he's on a good track at the moment. So I'm really happy with this plan, and I'll be watching him really closely next year, wherever his loan is, and look forward to him coming back and fighting for the first team.
Definitely. He had a nice little cameo in the K-League game as well. Showed a bit of something. And he's been playing really well for MK Dons. And look, I'm hopeful that this guy can... Because attackers are so expensive in today's game. Like, if you could have one come through your academy, it saves you could save you tens and tens of millions.
Yeah, you talk about Daniel Levy wet dreams. You got Harry Kane, then Troy Parrot, then Dane Scarlett.
It'd be brilliant.
Never spend money on a striker again.
So, like, I think when it comes to a defender, you can probably let them go more easily than a striker. I feel like a striker, if you've got one who can really contribute, that's gold dust from your academy. So we should really give it our best shot to try and get him integrated into the first team if we can. And hopefully next season, his loan spell, if it is in the Championship, he plays really well. Look, he's doing really well for Ireland as well whenever he plays. So he's finally on a positive trajectory after a couple of years of stagnation. And I want to see where this goes. And looking forward to next season. I'm going to keep a very keen eye on him next season, see how he does. 5
years' time, we're going to see Troy Parrot and Dane Scarlett leading the line with Alfie Devine just in behind.
Why not?
That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely beautiful. Last but not least, the new away kit has been launched today. As you can see on your screens, the kind of dark blue with a yellow trim and black sleeves. How do you feel about this?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. It does look kind of cool when they do all these like filters and stuff. But it's like, if you've got to do all these filters to make it look cool, then it's probably not that well designed. I don't know. I just don't think it goes. It just looks really strange. I mean, it's one of those that maybe it'll grow on you, but I don't know. On first,
if we play well in this, you know you're going to love this.
Yeah, of course I will. But it just looks a bit hideous.
Let's bring it up without the filters and see what it actually looks like. So you got the blue body. At least there's no red on it, first and foremost.
That's a positive.
Yellow.
I kind of like the crest is central. That's cool. I like that.
Yellow or green, I'm not sure what that is, trim. And then with the black sleeves. I mean, to me, it looks more like a pajama top than anything.
A pajama top. Yeah, it does. Like when you're a kid, like one of those colourful pajama tops you used to wear. I know what you mean. And like, I don't know, it's neon, so like it glows in the dark or something.
It does.
Like, well, I'm guessing that's what the colours are there. Like, I don't know, but you're never going to see it in the dark. I don't know. Like, it's weird. It just looks strange. It just looks really weird. It's weird.
Glow in the dark kit. Where'd you get that one from?
I don't know. It's the neon colours. No, it's neon.
Is it neon?
Yeah,
okay.
I thought so. The yellow.
All right, so only that bit will glow in the dark.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks strange to me. It looks really weird. But I'm not a designer. I don't know. But to me, it just doesn't look that nice.
I'm quite disappointed because since we've moved to Nike, I think our away kits have actually been banging every year, pretty much.
Last year was beautiful. I like that. The space one.
Yeah,
I like that.
All our away kits. Remember that blue one with the blue thing over there? That was really nice. The green one was really nice. We've had many really nice away kits from Nike, and I think this one's probably the worst of the lot.
Yeah, not a massive fan of this one. Again, we'll have to. I remember I've said it before, and then I've seen it in action. Like, okay, it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah,
but,
it's true. I'm sure we'll see it in action against Sevilla, maybe.
Yeah, probably. That's probably why they launched it. But I don't know. It just looks weird. It looks weird. Like the colours are like all weirdly placed. I don't know. It just doesn't look great to me. But whatever. I don't have strong opinions on kits.
Did you realise against against the K-League, we actually wore our new home shirt, and it didn't look any different to last year's shirt.
Yeah, I know.
Literally didn't look any different.
Little yellow things.
You can't notice it though. Like when
Honestly,
on TV.
Honestly, yeah, it could be last season's kit. I wouldn't have known.
And you know the prices of these kits are going up to £115. Like
that's crazy.
It's crazy. The prices for kits these days, and it's just like
I don't like buying into all this new kit. It's just a way of they release one every year, but it's just a way of getting more. I mean new kits every year, and it's just a way of just getting more money out of people. They could use the same kits. Like I'm not bothered about a new kit every year.
Imagine someone that buys every new kit every year, 3 new kits more or less. That's over 300 quid every year.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's mental just for a kit.
I don't mind buying a kit once in a while, but I'm not buying kits every year. I used to when I was a kid, getting the kit every year.
But even then, it was so much cheaper. It was like £30 a kit, or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's crazy. Inflation, the price of living has gone crazy.
The prices are nuts. It's absolutely nuts. But anyway, that is the new kit. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the new kit, and give us a rating out of 10 for the new kit. What's your rating? And don't be an amateur. Got to put decimals in there.
Decimals, yeah, as they say. I'm going to give it a 2.8.
2.8? Yeah. Wow. I'm going to give it a 3.2.
3.2.
Yeah, 3.2. But let us know your ratings for the new kit in the comment section below. And yeah, that is your Tottenham update. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.